A dozen people are just standing there looking at each other in I have the head you were looking for.
Oh, you are full of surprises, my little priest. Give it to me. That's him. That's our beloved Fran. What a beauty. You did the right thing. I helped you. You helped me, and now you won't have me as an enemy.
Your help almost cost me my life.
It's the impending doom. The only way to be safe in this valley is to become my child. If you decide so, my ears will always be open to you.
Why are you calling me little priest? I'm a monk.
You are now. But the future holds many secrets.
What is that supposed to mean?
Patience.
You call yourself a prophet?
My children call me. I merely tell them what I know and guide them.
You tell them lies in a very persuasive way. What kind of monster gets people to gouge their eyes out? Oh, and I forgot. Their tongues as well.
It's for their own good.
To live disfigured by their own hand?
If they don't see, they cannot perceive the eye. If they don't talk, they cannot lure the demons to themselves. My children live without fear and are protected from the horror that is coming.
The eye?
The all-seeing eye of the moon demon, Kazak, the king of Ahrizath.
This one?
Little priest, keep that drawing in your pocket. Do not show it to me ever again.
What horror are you talking about? How could it get any worse than this? In this place there is nothing but horror.
This town hangs loosely on the brim of a dark and endless abyss. The prophecy of Kazak foretells the arrival of the king of Saborens on earth. The day draws near, my little priest. The king is already here, moving through the woods, hiding in the ground, growing stronger in the shadows. Once he reveals himself with the book, the demons will run to his aid, and this town will fall into eternal darkness. Everyone will become slaves in the kingdom of Ahrizath. Everyone except for my children.
Why don't you take out your own eyes and tongue then?
It's too late for me. I've already seen and felt the horrors. I cannot be saved any longer, but I can save others. I'm my children's eyes and voice now, their guiding light, and I will protect them from what is coming.
The prophecy of Kazak foretells... How? Where was this prophecy written? It's nothing but babble.
The proof exists. The book is not a lie.
Kazak was summoned and asked to dictate the prophecy?
Careful, little priest. You must get a hold of your fear. Do not let it ridicule reality just to make you feel better. The book of Sekfra disappeared centuries ago, but it's not a lie. All we can hope is that it was destroyed, for that would be the only way to a safer existence.
don't take this as an insult, but I have to ask. Are you a failed ritual attempt, perhaps?
You think they got me?
The facial injuries, your legs. I don't know. I'm simply asking.
No. I was never caught, and I never will be. What you see here is what happens when God and his followers look the other way.
What do you mean?
Don't worry. Keep being what you are and you'll find out soon enough. People learn only when they lose something of their own.
Rudolf Moisek?
Let me guess. It was Henry who told you about me.
Evelina.
And so she cried, sad not knowing my fate. She told you about me and now you are here to bring me back to the right path.
Not in so many words, but she did talk about you for a bit.
You can tell her you didn't find me. We live divided by two walls, and she never sees me. God must be blind.
She thinks you can still change.
But I did already. I did. I am now free and can see.
Why did you renounce God?
You know what this town is. A town of liars and hypocrites. As long as I served them well, as long as I listened to their orders, and as long as I smiled to their stupid jokes, I was their man. I was an exemplary Catholic. When I needed their help, where were they? When I needed a job, did they give me one? When I cried for rescue from the mine, did they get me out? The answer is no. No to all. And no more kowtowing at their feet. I'd rather crawl all my life than be a blind slave to them and their so-called God.
You've got it all wrong. Or you want to have it this way because you have remorse.
History repeats itself. These people abandoned even Kotar when he needed them the most. When I needed them, they did the same to me. Then God laughed at my misfortune and made me this way. Do yourself a favor and run away from here, from this community of sheep, from God. They will abandon you, one way or another.
What can you tell me about Yakov Prenger?
Want to know my opinion?
Just what happened to him. You seem to be a man of many sources, so...
He was eaten by the subordinates. His eyes were taken as toys for the children, and his tongue for a souvenir. That is what I heard.
This is a serious matter. The man was a priest of this town.
And I'm the prophet of this town now. Listen to me when I tell you he was useless. Merely a weak-willed opportunist. Even before I opened my eyes and left God behind, I knew that man was a no good. Who knows what really happened to him? But I can assure you, nobody cares.
Prophet? The color of his skin. I'm not sure if that's a woman or a man, or if they're dead or alive. Hey, look. Gregor? Are you in there? Gregor? If he is, he's pretending to be a corpse. Madam?
Hello.
Would you be so kind as to let me borrow one of the masks you have here?
Why would you need it? The day has passed.
For the castle.
You can't get in, it's closed. You feel guilt for not having attended the exhibition, right?
Something like that. Well then, could you perhaps gift one? As a souvenir?
After all you've done for me. Sure. Here, take this one. Mother soothed it for me with care and even blessed it with holy water in church.
Oh, I can't take it then, if...
It's special to my heart, and I want you to have it. End of discussion.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Sure.
It's the resting place of Ida's mother. I shall leave her in peace. It's the resting place of... It's the resting... cursed Henna River, lifeless and noxious. That path seems to lead nowhere. All I see are rotten tree trunks and naturally formed mounds. Even a mere tree root looks evil in this place. I feel it will grab me at any moment. It's locked. Only... I dare not to... Nothing to do down there. The pier is desolate, though Arsen's boat is still there. Those shrubs look poisonous. I'm staying away from it. If I didn't come here, thoughts like this would never cross my mind. Which path should I take? I'm not returning to that accursed house. Excuse me.
He's coming.
Who's coming?
He who talks with Achrizath.
You believe in the prophecy?
He's coming. Do not...
Excuse me. For some people, this stone is the only hope they have. Locked. I dare not. I struggled to find a reason to do that. The door was ajar. Someone is inside? I hope the mask will work. If not, God help me. Victoria was seen pushing the yellow masked man from the roof. I guess I should try to get to the roof then. Chairs, racks, cages with spikes. The Inquisition knew how to punish the unfaithful ones. If these devices were still in use nowadays, I truly believe the world would be a better place to live in. Never take it, even if it was the Holy Grail. Well, maybe in that case it would just cross my mind, but I wouldn't. Kraljica Bojana. Such a beautiful queen, like from a fairy tale book. Benjamin Sokal. Patrick Meyer. Huh. Lake Kubilius. What a view. The chasm is so small from the... Again, the damn crows! It's a long way to the bottom from up here. If my orientation isn't messed up, the roof should be exactly above my head. Such a long fall. No wonder they can't identify the man.
Who are you?
I have to give it to Moisa. I would have never found this part of the mountain on my own. Now, where's the entrance into the mine? Looking Rov. This is it. I think I'm at the end of the mine. I should move carefully. Victoria! My baby! My baby! No, no! It can't be true. No, you're not dead. No! No! My love?
I can't help me to say.
Where's Nairman? Where's the monster who did this? I can't even look at you. It's horrible. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. It's my fault. Mother?
Hide here.
That must be Nairman.
Mostov?
Father? I didn't recognize you with the mask. What are you doing here?
I was told I could get inside now, see the artifacts in this gorgeous fortress.
For God's sake, who told you that?
Does it matter? The door was ajar, so I figured the man told me the truth.
I'm sure I locked the door. Anyway, you're not allowed to be here. Yes, you have the mask and all, but it is not safe for you. Before moving the executions to Pepel, the Inquisition tortured and murdered the Saborans within these walls. Their bodies became lifeless, sure, but their spirits remain unscathed. They are still here. I can feel them.
If it's safe for you, it's safe for me too.
It is safe for no one. Risking everything for some old objects? That's insane.
Why are you here, detective?
The investigation led me to this room.
Go on.
Well, this is where the man with the yellow mask lived.
What? Are you sure? The one who was pushed from the roof by my sister?
Yes. He was the custodian of this castle.
What was his name?
Bogdan. One of the Lang brothers. The older one. Junkies, shady individuals always in trouble with the law and on the brink of death.
The Lang brothers. So his body wasn't too disfigured after all.
What do you mean?
You said you couldn't figure out who he was because of the serious disfiguration.
The police still don't know who he is, and will probably never learn. But I know who he is. I knew it from the beginning, but could say nothing.
What?
I was told to lie. It was a direct order from the warden. I couldn't say no to him. He would have killed me.
What else did you lie about? Answer me!
Your sister, she didn't push the man from the roof. Bogdan jumped on his own before Hatur could get to him. He was yelling about a book and how the warden will never get it. I'm so sorry, but I had no choice. I had to lie. You have to believe me, Father. Please.
My sister wasn't even on that roof?
She was. I saw her going into the room. She must have escaped from the roof before Hatur climbed up the ladder.
And you're telling me all this only now? You crossed me! Again! You lied to me the whole time! There will be no redemption for your sins. Ever!
I didn't just lie to you. I lied to Chief Norton as well. To everyone. Please. I just couldn't. They're among us. They're everywhere. Hatur, Kaber, even among the ranks of my people.
You are just a sinner with a manipulative disorder. Coward.
I told you the truth now, but I still don't understand what Hatur wanted from your sister and Bogdan. He demanded to be handed a book. Sevra? Something like that. And he wanted to know where Nermin is. Bogdan said he'll never have any of those, and then jumped to his death wearing the yellow mask. I don't understand. Why did he want Nermin if Nermin is imprisoned in the asylum?
See? You are trying to deceive me. Again and again. All over again.
What?
You said it yourself that you worked on the case of Nermin's escape from the asylum. So how could it be that Nermin is still there?
I'm...
Nermin was in the cottage not so long ago.
What?
He killed Lucia and almost got Nikolai. How many sins do you want burdening your soul? Stop with the lies.
I don't know who to trust anymore. I can't remember who attacked me and my memory's as solid as the fog. But I'm trying to do the right thing. To be forgiven for all the pain and trouble I gave. I want to prove it to you.
You want to prove it?
The reason why I came here is I heard my colleagues at the station talking. They're subordinates. People with whom I work with. People assigned to protect us from evil have turned evil themselves. I have a feeling they're everywhere. But you... I can trust you. That book, the Sekra, it is clearly very important to the tribe, the cult, whatever they are. So I thought I should come here and search for it, thinking that I may find it inside Bogdan's room.
Did you find it?
No, not a trace of it.
Let me in the room to take a look around.
I can't do that.
Why?
I'm sorry. I really care about your well-being. I can't risk having you here for too long. Those two Saborans at the station. I heard them talking about a new head of the tribe that is about to be coronated. They are sacrificing 2 people. Right now as we speak. Or later tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's already done.
Why should I care? This is your town and you should do something about it. Even God has given up hope for Sveti Kotar.
They said, the 2 at the station said that one of the 2 people to be sacrificed is your sister, Father Benedict.
No, please don't. I can't hear this. This is not happening. No. I can't get out of here. They'll see me. They'll take the book away from me. I can't.
Monster, you son, your gift.
The Saborans left a gift for me? A ritual knife. It could be useful. Twigs and branches, roots, mud, and ripped up pieces of a strange yellow cloth. Father Henry?
Nikolai, is that you?
Where's Victoria? She was here moments ago.
I don't know, Nikolai. Help me, please. Take me to town.
How did you end up here?
I followed you.
You wanted the book, didn't you?
It must be destroyed. You don't know what it is.
I'm not destroying it. Not until I find my family. Who was the head cultist?
Kabir? Or Hatur?
Hatur is dead. That must have been Nermin.
Find Nermin and kill him. Destroy the book.
Like I said,
I've failed God, the town and its inhabitants. They are all in great danger now. You and Benedict, you must take my place and save them. The book is Jadwiga Masrak.
I'm saving only my wife and baby. I don't care about anyone else.
You can't anymore.
Shut up! You said Jadwiga Masrak?
A witch that died a long time ago. The book is made of her body parts. Jadwiga is the book. The words inside are hers, influenced by Kasag and the Utaloks of Akhrizat, the demon kings. You understand now? You must kill Nermin and destroy the book to prevent the witch fulfilling the prophecy of Kasag. If you fail, the new king of the Sabarans, Jadwiga's son, will bring terror, more agony and death to the town.
Son of Jadwiga?
There are things we don't understand, but I do know Nermin is her son, evil in its purest form.
You're losing it, Father. I saw him. There's nothing ethereal in that man.
He takes possession of human bodies, but that doesn't make him human.
Where should I look? If I find him, I'll find Victoria.
If only I knew, I wouldn't be here now.
You know everything, Father. Always telling people what they should do and how to behave.
I don't. But there is a man who might.
Speak up, quickly.
Yakov Brenger. Benedict might know where he is.
Who is that man?
He was the priest before my time. I succeeded him.
Why would he know where to find Nerman?
Yakov wanted to obliterate Jadwiga, and for that to happen, he needed to find Nermin and destroy the book.
You're speaking nonsense. Where is Nerman now?
He always had this fixed belief that Nermin is where the book is, and the book always ends up in the same place.
Where?
Inside the mountain, where the ancient settlement of the Sabarans hides. I was never able to find it.
You are lying to me, Father.
God is my witness. If only I had a chance. My whole life I was searching for it. I failed God.
Tell me where he is.
Your only chance is to have faith in that ground plan Benedict holds.
The Marov Asylum?
The X mark on the plan. I might be wrong, but...
But what? Tell me. How appropriate. Well, then, it's time for you to go. Father? I'm taking you to town. But cold and stiff.
Oh, God, forgive me. Save Sveti Kotar.
Utaloks are rising. Doom is upon us.
You can't trust your own brain anymore, so why would anyone else trust you?
I told you all I know.
No. The truth is... you chased Victoria and Bogdan because they were accomplices of Nerman. She pushed Bogdan because she didn't want him to tell his secrets to Hatur. Keeping your mouth shut now? Brain malfunctioning again? You feeble-minded thing. She never told me about the letter. She lied and lured me into this cursed town. She had her baby killed on purpose, a baby I never knew about until I arrived here. She left God, just like her husband did. And so they both deserved this fate. Victoria is dead.
Maybe you can still save her.
She is dead to me.
I'm sorry.
If anything, I could still find my father, or at least the truth about what happened to him.
We should go now.
Bogdan was a custodian in the castle, the place where I was supposed to meet my father. And I found the asylum's ground plan inside the mausoleum.
We should leave now. We've been here for far too long.
Where's the other brother?
Timur? I don't know. At the asylum? I think he's on the staff there.
There must be a connection between the Long brothers and my father, but I still can't figure out how and why. That area marked with an X could reveal everything to me. It's too late to leave this town anyway. It's too late for anything else.
Are you alright, Father?
Lead the way out of here.
You said God has given up hope for this town. And perhaps you're right.
I know I am, Detective.
I won't give up, Father. I meant it when I said I want to make things right. I'm going now into that accursed house. Maybe you should join me.
That came from within the church, right?
It did! We should! Dear God.
What happened here?
This is nothing. Go take a look in the orphanage.
Why? What's going on? Sister? Nikolai?
Look at Henry and go into the orphanage. Talk after.
Eyes gouged out, skull opened, brain missing, face skinned off, eviscerated, stabbed into the heart. Father Henry, slain by his most hated of enemies. May he rest in peace now. Locked. Not strange considering where I am now. Blood and flesh depict hate and pure wickedness. It's an act of hate against mankind. I still hope to wake up at any moment now and look back on this journey solely as a nightmare. Splashes, traces of hands and fingers, all over the wall. Ivan Kotar's painting was used as a target. Flesh and blood are all over it. It's hard to see anything outside with so much blood on the door. I certainly won't touch it to open it. Life after the crucifix. A mother and a pieces of skin, organs, and hair. This is a nightmare. Mankind should have been nailed to that cross, not the one who tried to Not a single drop of blood on them. Nikolai?
Tell me now.
Your eye!
It's nothing. I had to become a child to find Victoria. That's all. I don't want to talk about it.
Words cannot describe the horror in the orphanage. Who did that?
Saborin's knew Henry was not here.
They slaughtered the poor children.
I believe so. But Evelina claims to have seen a young girl or boy wandering around in the courtyard.
That doesn't make sense. Why would they kill them?
Doesn't make sense to me either.
Henry was killed here, too?
No, he followed me onto the mountain, where the Saborans caught him, and...
It was too late.
You see his body. I could do nothing.
I understand. You did good taking him back. He deserves a proper burial. Did you find anything on the mountain? Victoria, maybe?
Only the Saborans and Henry. I searched the whole mine and tried to find any clues or some other entrance, but nothing. No traces of her or Nerman. I was wrong, my brother. My baby is dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. But Victoria, I must at least save Victoria. I know, I can feel it. She's still alive somewhere out there.
The letter you gave me.
I didn't want to break the promise given to Victoria. She said when the right time comes. And then we woke up. She went missing and I kept waiting. And so the right time never came. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Where were you?
I found him in the castle.
Because of the letter. Was the man in the yellow mask your father?
Bogdan Lang.
What?
Bogdan, one of the Lang brothers. He's the man that jumped from the castle's roof.
You said jumped, not pushed?
I saw it. He jumped when confronted by Hatur. Victoria wasn't there.
I knew it. You hear that, Benedict? This changes everything.
Nothing has changed for me. Nothing until we have solid proof and the whole truth. I'm going to that dreadful island.
And I'm going with you.
Why would you want that? What changed?
That ground plan you have could be our last hope to find and save Victoria.
Again with her.
No, listen to me. Henry mentioned a man named Yakov Prenger.
The former priest of this church.
And former warden of the asylum.
That man allegedly wanted to kill, obliterate the spirit of Jadwiga Mazrak, and...
Do not mention that witch's name ever again within these walls.
And to do that, he needed to find a place inside the mountain where he believed he would find Nerman and the book. The spot marked X could be our last hope. The priest could be there.
Maybe we'll only find Timur, Bogdan's brother.
Prenger disappeared. We were never able to find him. Chief closed the case, believing it to be related to the Saborans, as usual. But I still remember, there were some people who swore to have seen him go the Via Dolorosa way.
Maybe it was a Saboran-related case after all. The asylum is in their hands now. The only problem is, we can't possibly get to that island. I came back here to seek help from Henry. I had a feeling he might have an idea how, but he didn't want to share it with me at the time.
You should be deported! Miserable human beings! All you brought here was pain and death. Look at my poor Henry. And the children! Oh my God! Dear God!
I'm sorry, sister. We never wanted...
She's right. There is a way to get onto the island.
How? Henry said it's impenetrable.
Not if you get deported.
What?
I could take you in under the guise of a fictitious denunciation. You will be deported.
That's insane. There must be another way.
There isn't.
What happens next, after you denounce us?
We will hand you over to the watchman of the asylum, chained. It won't be a pleasure ride, that's for sure. Some people die before even getting there, at the Via Dolorosa. You get whipped for your sins, and not everyone is able to confess them.
Then I have nothing to worry about, at least until we get onto the island.
Whatever happens after is in God's hands.
How fast can you do that?
Right away? I don't think you have the time to think about it.
I say we do it immediately.
I agree. But we can't leave Henry's poor body like this. We should do something about it.
You leave him alone. I'll take care of him.
Sister, I hope you find the strength to get through these dark times. I'll pray for you and Henry's soul.
Go away and don't come back ever again.
Ready to go?
God help us.
Ah! Dear God! Forgive me!
Confess your sins!
Forgive me, for I have sinned. I had abandoned you. Ah! I had abandoned you, and for it, you have punished me by losing my baby, my family.
Not good enough, inmate Nikolai! You are not telling the whole truth!
Ah! Ah!
You want salvation from the stake. Tell me where the Book of Sekvra is, and I'll grant you absolution. To each, I give a final chance.